Hey everybody, how are you all? Right, we're going to take you back to the 70s now. So it's Saturday, you're fed up, know what to do. She's probably out doing somebody's hair, so I'm not snogging her face off all afternoon and cuddling up to her, so that's out of question. So that decides they're trotting off down to car spares, which to be honest were like, well, it was a big thing in my time. You know, I mean, I'm in my 60s now, but so they'll get down at car spares and what shall I have? Oh, I don't know. Well, I'll tell you what I need. I need some refills for my mask for like when I used to paint. I mean, I started right young painting. I'm probably 10 years old when I started with Barry. And this is what we used to have. We like a gauze. And people remember all these. You know, if you're into the wood trade, I mean. So you might pick some of them up while you were there, and then you'd get ferreting round, and you might find something like a tune-up analyzer, get your dwell angles, do your tacos, various stuff like this. It were all in places. It were all present, you know. And I mean, also in some bins you get like your here, your heated rear window conversion, and then you could even get. It was like a paint that you painted on, like a little brush in a can that could repair your electricals if they went. I mean, this will come from 70s. You know, instructions are there on back how to do it. I mean, it's straightforward. In fact, it's absolutely brilliant. You know, and so something like that might treat you send to an aerial of a screen. You know, so. I mean, it had like aerial through it and then it dropped outside. I mean, that's just Paddy Kirk. I think prices, I don't know. MDC Star Bargains. Well, MDC, they used to be at Doncaster. Used to be always there every weekend. And they used to, Motorist Discount Centre, we call. And they used to set off, I think, with one shop and it just eventually overgrow. I mean, it's not a car spares now, because obviously it's different ballgame. But that's where they come from. You know, I mean, you've got like, these will come from the same place. These are Paddy Kirk, these are bonnet stays. They used to put them on minis. Don't ask me why, because they didn't really go fast enough to like pull bonnet up. Then you might, something like this. I mean, God knows where I ever got this on, this Bisator or whatever it's called, Bisator. And that's a split charge. You've probably seen that on one of my other videos. And then, because your Capri were probably jacked up at the back end, you'd just finish it off with some, mud flaps like that with Tasmanian devil on, you know. I mean, they might have been a bit late to them, I don't know. And God knows where they've come from, but they're here anyway, simple as. And then obviously, I mean, quite popular in the 70s. You'd have your 8-track, I mean, you all know these. I mean, this is a radio mobile one, and then 4 changes, you know, you could change it, just click it over, your volume for both sides. Brilliant. Your tone, Eagles 8-track. I mean, I still got these 8 tracks, and I still. I mean, you probably buy a tape like music for late evening, thinking you're gonna get lucky. That might happen. And these were raging all cassette players that went under dash. I mean, well, I keep meaning to put one of these in somewhere because I'm just dead curious what they must sound like, you know. Because when you take modern like hi-fi systems and everything there, and what noise I'm just curious, you know, I'm curious. So you'd have that, you'd see that, and then you might go on, I better put an amp meter on, because these were everywhere. They were all accessory shops had them, and then I can keep checking my battery because I've got that many accessories. You know, stuff like this, you'd buy a wire to plug into a stereo system, so you could just plug it in and wire it up. I mean, others are just bodge things up, set the car on fire. That were not right away. Your pod speakers on back, your parcel shelf. These were just typically something that go on a Mini because they were minute. I mean, well, God knows what they sounded like. Cause actually, they were 30 watt. I mean, I'll have to wire them up. So I'll put them in something because it's a shame they're sat here. You know, it's just. I mean, but this is what you did if you send on a Saturday. I mean, you have a bank of switches like this. This has got 2 lights, so. You'd like a couple of be wired up and then one might do something else, and you'd think you were absolutely the ultimate car guy if you'd got that on. And then you got an amp meter You know what I mean? Just different world, because I mean, well, I don't know what they do with cars today. I mean, what they do, slam them down to the floor, you know, stuff like that. I mean, and then you think, I'm going back at time, I don't even know if I had a full licence. So, I've no idea. It was just different world. It was just different world. I know the one about things where you shouldn't do it. Well, I mean, to be honest, I was a bit of a tearaway when I was young, but I want a complete rogue. I was just, I mean, the only shoes at home with my mum were poorly, and I just more or less were doing what I wanted to do, you know. I mean, they didn't really, I didn't think they ever said I were out of control, but, you know, it's just what happened. Then you go like, into, what is it, looking through books you'd buy. I mean, why you end up with all these? I mean, I've got acres and acres. I mean, there's even prices on these, 10p. These are 10p, that's a Mac 4. I mean, I must have had a premonition. I used to work on Mac 4, so an old chap on our street. That's Cortina, 10p. You know, but if I want to pick them up, I won't be sat doing a video for you now. And I won't be talking about things. And also, they'll give me knowledge of the past, you know, of things I've done, you know. So it is interesting. It is, I mean, all this, it goes back forever. Like, I mean, that's a tech mirror, a wing mirror, pair of Bosch wipers. I mean, they must have been quite modern in that when I picked them up, because Bosch, I mean, but Bosch used to do all German stuff, but I mean, in the 70s, they were what Beamers about, weren't they? Audis were on scene, you know, Volkswagens were on scene. In fact, they look about 15 inch them, so God knows what they're off. No, there's no come back. Usually they'll list come back, but probably a bit too early for that. No, they're not 15, they're 13, so probably might have been something like Victor, I don't know. They look a bit narrow as well on the sleeve. Yeah, they do, so might have been a Beetle, something like that, or a Beamer. And then you think to yourself, you know, oh, I'll get a reverse light. I mean, this were a rate common thing, so I can wire it to my switch, so you just put a single reverse light in the middle of the car, didn't have lights. I mean, a lot of early cars didn't, your early Capris didn't have such like that. I mean, a lot of your Zephyrs didn't have reverse lights factory. I mean, this is quite an attractive thing. Obviously, he just wants a nut for that, which won't be hard to... About one of them would probably do it. And that's a nice thing, nice chrome bracket. Well, it's never been on. It's obviously never been on that. And then you find stuff like this. I would always get stuff like this. Now this is, well, it's a wire pack fog lamp. I'll show you this because it's lovely. I mean, it's still in its box. And, I mean, it's things like this that I think, well, won't make it all for me. I mean, I don't know what you all think or whatever you do. But like I say, I'm a bit of a kid. And, this has never been fitted. I mean, it is going on a Zephyr, this. And, I mean, you just look at that. Well, I don't like really handling it in my hand in case I drop the bleeder. But that is absolutely, well, it's gorgeous. But what at Zephyrs, I've got an idea for it, because many years ago I saw a picture of one in it. I've still got magazine, and I've still got picture, and it's got one fog light on near side, and I was just absolutely determined, like, when I knew I had this lamp, and when I seen that picture, I thought, I'm going to recreate that car. It's like same style of lamp and everything, and I just think, well, I'm fortunate to have one. You know, it's really lucky to have something like that. So, I mean, that's something completely, well, it's like off the norm, innit? It's like, you know, but if you want to, I don't know what word is I'm looking for. It's probably been a bit crazy, probably been a bit wild, probably been whatever. Well, these things won't be about to show you, make my videos, so you've got a bit of something to watch now, you know. I mean, I know a lot of people think I'm like locked in past. Well, I am locked in past generally, but I ain't got problems with future or what people are doing. But stuff like this, I mean, I've had for years. This stuff like this, from being a kid, has come from, I mean, I'm saying, well, yeah, a kid. Because, you know, I wouldn't have been that old when I started picking all crap like this. Well, it's not crap. I mean, that's the wrong word I'm using. But some people class it as that. But it's, when I started on hobby I've got, because, I mean, I was working with a guy from 10-year-old. I mean, I probably painted cars at 11 and a half. And then all these old cars, I mean, that's a Europa. Pagoda, God knows where these will come from. A Miura, because let's be right, who didn't have a Miura? Made in England. I don't even know if these are even, they've got patent numbers on. Well, Matchbox, the Matchbox, so I don't know if Matchbox still go. Mac 10, 420 Jag or whatever. Does it say it under there? is a Mark 10 Husky. I've never Husky must have made models. So, and then here, I mean, you've got to see this. I'm going to come to camera because this is a Simca 1300 or 1100, a little hatchback, 5-door, and well, Simca 1100 it says here, TI. Well, made by Majorette, made in France, so God knows where that goes. Even its tailgate opens and it's got a tow bar. Now, if you can honestly say that you've seen one of them, well, I just can't believe it because honestly, they've long, long gone. So, anyhow, bit of a trip down memory lane with you. Typical sort of Saturday that you used to do and things you used to do. So, I mean, I'm sat in relaxing chairs, whatever it is, or crisis chair, whatever everybody's choosing to call it. So, and I'm showing you these things, and of course, if it weren't for this, I mean, I've got acres and acres and acres of this stuff, and I can keep showing you bits. And plus, you're going to, I mean, as I've said all along, when cars start moving on, and I start tidying a few up and getting them out of the door and stuff, well, you see some of this stuff come to you. So, I mean, it's great that these old companies, like I say, MDC, they were massive, massive place at Donny. Used to always be in there. Oh, that's where the biggest majority of stuff. I mean, like so these 8-tracks, they won't to come from that. They'll come from all same with cassette player, you know. But like such as these wipers and bits, a lot of this stuff, they just used to have like bargain bins, and they were pennies, and you just used to buy it because, I mean, they did everything just like a normal car spares, you know. You could go in. Same with books. They always had cheap books. I bought loads and loads and loads of books off them. So, but that's just a bit of something for a Saturday for you. I mean, I'll probably take you out for running a car tomorrow or something. I've just had a clutch done in one at Mac 4s, in one at V4s, one that's in primer. So, might go for a run in that, see what you think. So, anyhow, give us a like if you like video and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more stuff like this. I mean, some people might think, well, it's crazy, but well, so be it, and pass a comment if you think it's crazy. But all this old stuff, if it weren't about, well, the past to be gone, because I'm sure that's what they're trying to do today, raise it all. So take care, everybody, and have a good day, and I'll catch you all later. And bye for now.